This entire drive took me about 2.5 hours, but I've condensed it down to the best 20 minutes. If you'd like to watch the full uncut version, you can find it over on my other channel, Weekend Wheels AZ. I'm starting out from the Horton Springs Trailhead, one of the most popular hikes in Arizona during the summer. With cool spring-fed water, shade, and plenty of creek crossings, it's an oasis when the Phoenix desert is pushing 110. That also means it's crowded. Hikers, campers, and families are everywhere. From the trailhead, I head east on AZ 260. This road is a lifeline through Rim Country, connecting Payson with Show Low. Today is lined with cabins, RVs, and weekend traffic, but historically it was a corridor for ranchers and loggers. It's still one of the busiest routes to the high country. Well, I managed to miss the turn. Not unusual for me. I'm really good at missing turns, but hey, that's part of the fun. Backtracking just means a little more time to take in the scenery. Here's a turnoff to Rim Road, Forest Road 300, built in the late 1800s as a patrol route, improved by the CCC in the 1930s. Today it stretches for 55 miles along the very edge of the Mogollon Rim. At nearly 7,500 feet, it's closed in winter due to heavy snow, reopening late spring. In summer, it's a playground for camping, fishing, and hiking. Rim Road actually starts off paved for a short stretch, which is a little misleading. Don't get too comfortable. The real Rim Road is dirt, and you'll see that coming up soon. That's where the adventure really begins. I'll admit, I was on the fence about today's drive. It's been raining, the dirt roads can get slick, and I've never driven Rim Road before. But that's part of the adventure. Sometimes you just have to take the turn and find out what's waiting.
That's awesome.
We're literally driving along the edge of a 200-mile escarpment, the Mogollon Rim, the southern edge of the Colorado Plateau. Think of it as a natural balcony. Ancient limestones and sandstones stacked like a layer cake, lifted thousands of feet, then carved back by erosion. To the south, the land drops up to 2,000 feet toward the Verde Valley. On a clear day, you can see for miles. If it wasn't rainy, I'd go out and, oh my.
I think it's so high up.
This is monsoon country. From July through September, storms roll in like clockwork. Clear mornings, then thunderheads and downpours in the afternoon. This part of Rim Country averages over 20 inches of rain a year, way more than the desert below. The storms bring relief, but also make dirt roads like this unpredictable. Now about that name, Mogollon. How do you pronounce it? I've heard Mogollon, Mogollon, even Mogollon. Ask 10 Arizonans and you'll get 10 different answers. Maybe the most divisive debate in Arizona isn't politics or sports, it's how to say this word. So from here on out, I'll just call it the Rim. Or if I'm feeling fancy, the southern edge of the Colorado Plateau. If you're enjoying this drive, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post narrated drives like this every week across Arizona. You can also check out my other narrated drives in the playlist linked below. Every road has its own story, and I'd love to take you along for the ride. The Rim isn't just geology, it's folklore too. In 1975, logger Travis Walton claimed he was abducted by aliens near Snowflake, a story that inspired the film Fire in the Sky. And then there's the Mogollon Monster, Arizona's Bigfoot legend. Tall, hairy, roaming the pines. Myth or not, it makes for good campfire stories. Rim Road gives access to some of Arizona's best fishing lakes: Woods Canyon, Willow Springs, Bear Canyon, all stocked for summer. Campgrounds are busy, but there's also endless dispersed camping along the road. Every pullout seems to have RVs, tents, or campfires. A summer community stretched along 50 miles of dirt. This is elk country. At dawn or dusk, whole herds graze in meadows. Black bears live here too, though sightings are rare. You'll see their tracks or claw marks more often than the animals themselves. Still, it reminds you this is wild country. Along the way, you'll see piles of cut logs. They're from thinning projects, like the Forest Restoration Initiative. Smaller trees are cleared to reduce wildfire danger and restore forest health. It looks rough at first, but it's one of the best tools we have to protect these forests. Driving Rim Road feels like cruising a balcony over Arizona. On stormy days like this, clouds drift across the pines, hiding and revealing the cliffs below. I've seen photos for years, but being here in person in this weather feels surreal. This isn't a polished tourist road. It's raw Arizona. The full ambient version of the Rim Road Drive is available on my other channel, Weekend Wheels AZ. And with this video, I'm wrapping up my Escape the Heat series. But don't go anywhere. Coming up next is my brand new series where I'll take you through the incredible landscapes of northern Arizona, the lava fields of Sunset Crater, the ancient pueblos of Hupaki, and the views from Doney Mountain. And don't miss the Horton Creek hike on this channel, part of my Escape the Heat series. Thanks for coming along.